All right, so let me again explain you that what are glaciers. Glaciers, first of all, as it mentions, are an important source of fresh water. So all the water which is coming down on earth in the form of rain or hail or snow, it's deposited at the top of the mountains. And when it melts down, it comes as, the waterfalls, all right, and the streams. And that water is taken by us for our daily usage, but it's not just coming the way it is reaching our home, because we are not living on those areas. So it reaches us in a very systematic way. Okay, now let me carry on with paragraph number 2. Like, it also explains that in which areas, the polar regions where the weather is extremely cold, this is where the glaciers are. And particularly, if I talk about Pakistan, Pakistan has many glaciers like Baltoro, Siachen, Biafo, and Ropal. These places have only snow. So they have extreme glaciers, hard glaciers over there. Okay, glaciers are formed when snow is packed down harder and harder under its own weight. So snow and then snow and then snow. So all the snow is deposited. When all the snow is deposited, it becomes really hard and turns into a glacier. Alright, so in some mountain valleys, it almost turns into solid ice. That solid ice is what? Glacier. This river of ice slips down slowly downwards under the force of gravity at an average of 4 to 6 meters a day. In some places, however, it can reach speeds up to 30 meters a day. It's also, dangerous when the huge pieces of glaciers are coming down and break. Okay, sometimes they are not completely melted and comes in a form of water, in a liquid form. They come in a solid form. Okay, and that is something very dangerous where if the people are living nearby. So a glacier is so heavy that nothing can stop its passage. It's so heavy that nothing can stop it. Okay. The sides and floors of the valleys along which it passes are cut away. When a glacier reaches warmer region, the front of it melts, leaving behind the rocks and sediment it has been carrying. Sometimes these rocks build up a wall across the valley. As the glacier retreats, this forms a lake. Pakistan has many of these glacial lakes, including Lake Saiful Malook in Naran and Lake Satpara near Iskardu. So what happens is that in the between of these mountains, there is a hollow space. When these glaciers come down in hard ice form, they deposit over there. When it melts in the warmer season, it becomes a lake. वो एक लेक बन जाती है, ठीक है? And there, the example of it is Lake Sefal Malook and Satpara near Iskardu. I don't know how many of you have been to Naran or maybe Skadu. I've never been to Skadu, but been to Naran. It looks very beautiful between mountains, which are all covered with the snow. In between, there are lakes, and the water is so chilled that it's really impossible for us to keep our hands in it even for a minute. Okay, we are on page number 44. I want all of you to join the class on time, so it's easier for you to comprehend and on stay on track. Okay? Acha, right now, whatever that I explained about glaciers, just read the paragraph on your own and let me know if you have understood or if you want to ask anything. Then I will move on to the next topic. In the polar regions, it is so cold that glaciers usually do not melt. When they reach the sea, they break into huge pieces called icebergs. There is a picture given on your book on page number 45, a polar bear drifting on an iceberg, a huge iceberg in Antarctica. So Antarctica is really famous for having a lot of icebergs. So when these glaciers, they break into pieces and they come down and reach the sea, what happens there is that because of the cold weather, because of the extreme cold weather, they usually don't melt. If you compare things like, these days, if we take out something from fridge, all right, it's already very cold. When you keep it outside, it doesn't get warm very quickly because of the cold weather. Okay. Otherwise, in summers, even if we take out a glass of water and just place it on a table for a minute, it completely turn warm. Okay, and it does not say stay very cold because of the weather. And same is the case happening over there, that the icebergs, the glaciers are not melting. You can try doing it these days by keeping the ice cube outside. When the ice cube takes time in melting, I would say that it will definitely melt, but on a very slower pace because of the weather, because of the cold weather. All right. So same happens over there. The sea water is really cold. The weather is extremely cold. That is why these icebergs stay over there. And that form of glacier in the sea is called iceberg. Okay. Initially, it is considered as glacier. When it joins the sea and stay over there and does not melt, it is termed as iceberg. Okay. Now moving on to lakes. Now if you can see in the picture, there is a small iceberg, there is a medium iceberg, and there is a large iceberg. If any of you remember the movie Titanic, uh, there was an iceberg from which the Titanic ship got hit and it completely broke. Okay, so this iceberg is so powerful, it's so hard that if anything, accidentally hit it, so it can destroy it. Vasik, what did you did not understand, please? Can you ask me specifically? Pictures as well. So lakes are basically, these are formed by the water which comes down there. So there are big holes. जैसे सबसे easiest example to understand is that the roads of Karachi, they are not smooth. There are big holes here and there. So when it rains, the water is deposited over there. So वो एक example है that the water is deposited over there. So in these valleys there are big holes, and when the water is deposited over there in a huge amount, all right, it turns into a lake. And these lakes look very beautiful because people go over there, enjoy the whole scenery. It's surrounded by mountains, the water is there, people do fishing. Okay, so all those things can be a very beautiful sight for the people. Okay, so these lakes are naturally formed. Then, other than that, we have the lakes which are artificially formed. So, those are, so you see this hole over there. So, it was already there. When the water came down, it became a lake. So, the lakes can be smaller or bigger in size, depending on the hole, depending on the area it has, and depending on the amount of water that comes over there. Now, artificial lakes, whereas, are the ones which are made by man. Okay, so what happens there? Sometimes the valley is deliberately blocked by a man-made dam to create an artificial lake. This is normally used for creating electricity by means of hydroelectric stations or for controlling the flow of water for irrigation in the dry season. So what's happening there is that artificial lakes are formed because we try to control the flow of the water and save it. We deposited it, and that's when we have to keep the water, and the dams are created. So if we do not do it, the water will completely keep on flowing, and when it keeps on flowing, the water does not remain over there as in the form of lake. So these artificial lakes are created by man. We create them in order to have a beautiful valley look and to save the water, which is ultimately used for hydroelectric, for creating hydroelectricity and for irrigation and farming.